Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. Reading list for today, Book 1, Descriptive Psychology by Franz Brentano. Translated and edited by Benito Müller. From Routledge Publishing at International Library of Philosophy. Descriptive Psychology. It would be difficult to exaggerate the influence, direct or indirect, of the lectures contained in this volume. The theories Brentano develops have inspired Husserl's phenomenology and Meinong's theory of the object. His doctrines of intentionality and evidence found their way into the moral philosophies of Russell and Moore, and to this day, Brentano's influence can be felt in the philosophy of mind, in psychology and ethics. Descriptive Psychology represents a series of lectures held by Brentano between 1887 and 1891. Here, Brentano set forth his theory of consciousness, and he did so with the scientific clarity that was one of his main objectives. Exemplary in their methodological and analytic rigor, the epistemological considerations put forward in descriptive psychology remain as valid today as when they were first formulated. This is the first English translation of Brentano's influential lecture series. Benito Müller has added a concise introduction which places Brentano in the context of the history of philosophy and psychology and traces his lasting influence on contemporary thought. Franz Brentano, who lived from 1838 through 1917, is one of the most influential figures in modern philosophy and psychology. His epistemological theories have left their mark on the works of philosophers, from Husserl through Russell to Chisholm. And there is renewed interest in his contributions to ethics, metaphysics, the philosophy of language, and the philosophy of mind. His major work, Psychology from an Empirical Standpoint, is also published by Routledge. Other titles in the International Library of Philosophy include Psychology from an Empirical Standpoint, second edition with a new introduction by Peter Simons, by Franz Brentano. A Materialist Theory of the Mind by D.M. Armstrong. G. E. Moore, Selected Writings, edited by Thomas Baldwin. Content and Consciousness by Daniel C. Dennett. Scientism by Tom Sorel. Quote, a truly splendid translation of an important work. It is high time that it be put forward. Quote, a truly splendid translation of an important work. It is high time that it be put before the English-speaking community. Rolf George, University of Ontario. Descriptive Psychology collects a series of lectures given by Franz Brentano between 1887 and 1891. These lectures were the culmination of Brentano's work, and they contain the clearest statements of his mature thought. The theory he developed here proved immensely important. In the work of his student Husserl. This is the first English translation of these lectures. Franz Brentano, who lived from 1838 through 1917, is a key figure in the development of 20th century thought. It would be difficult, in fact, to exaggerate his influence. Husserl, Meinong, and Freud were among his students. His lectures inspired Husserl's phenomenology and Meinong's theory of objects, and through his students' work influenced many others, including Heidegger and the entire Polish school of philosophy. His doctrines of intentionality and evidence. His doctrines of intentionality and evidence. Which influenced the moral philosophies of Russell and Moore, remain highly relevant to the philosophy of mind and have been adopted to advance his doctrines of intentionality and evidence, which influenced the moral philosophies of Russell and Moore, remain highly relevant to the philosophy of mind and have been adopted and advanced by contemporary thinkers such as R.M. Chisholm. Benito Muller's concise introduction places Brentano in this context and demonstrates his continuing influence on contemporary thought. Benito Muller is Research Fellow at Wolfson College, Oxford. International Library of Philosophy, edited by Tim Crane and Jonathan Wolfe. University College London, Philosophy, Psychology. Routledge Publishing, 11 New Fetter Lane, London, EC4P 4EE, 29 West 35th Street, New York, New York, 10001. Printed in Great Britain. ISBN 0-415-10811-X 9 780-415-108-119.